For a big game of its own. Steve Bunin is in the sports department with all the details. Steve?
Thanks, Lynn. And you know, if you're a Syracuse sports fan, you have your work cut out for you this weekend. The football team is in Miami, of course, to take on the Hurricanes, the big game Saturday. John Burton is in sunny Florida, and he'll have the Burton is certain pick from sunny Florida at 6. As for the basketball team, well, they tip off their regular season tomorrow as well, hosting the Lafayette Leopards at the Dome. While the basketball team is disappointed with its defense so far, the rebounding has been a nice surprise.
We didn't rebound that good last year, and this year we rebounded pretty good, so that's because Coach Boehner was really pleased about that. We still got to work on defense and helping each other.
If anything, we have stressed a little bit more on the defensive end than normal, but the one bright note that came through the 2 exhibition games, I'm not sure how much that'll keep going into the season, is our rebounding was better than it's been in a long time, so hopefully we'll be able to build on that.
Now, if Syracuse teams weren't busy enough for you tomorrow, how about tonight? You've got the women's basketball team visiting Holy Cross, the Crunch hosting Portland at the War Memorial, and of course a full slate of NBA and NHL action, and some big games from college hoops tonight. 11 of the top 25 teams are in action, including 5th-ranked Georgetown against number 19 Arizona in the finals of the preseason NIT championship in Madison Square Garden. Now, one quick update for you. In a game completed earlier today, Boston College over Rutgers in a shootout, 41-38. I'll have highlights at 6. For now, I'm Steve Bunin, WTVH 5 Sports.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. And is in for John Burton tonight. Obviously, this game with Miami tonight, or actually this weekend that SU has, is important not only from the standpoint of winning against Miami, but the bowl picture as well.
Well, that's right. I mean, it's been such a surprising season for the Orangemen, and the fact that they have a chance at one of the top-tier bowls. Who would have thought it at the beginning of the year? For the Syracuse Orangemen, the 1995 season can already be called a pleasant success, but a win tomorrow at the Orange Bowl would vault SU back to the level they were at in 1992. John Burton is with the Orangemen in Miami, and he has this game preview.
Welcome to the Orange Bowl, a place where no Big East team has ever won.
For some reason, it's an intimidating place to play.
Because of location?
Syracuse 20. John Burton, WTVH 5 Sports.
Well, obviously, the Orangemen-Miami game is the biggest of the weekend for the Big East, but we can only hope it's as exciting as the one between Boston College and Rutgers today, a shootout between the two teams at the bottom of the Big East cellar. Mark Hartzell had a big game for the Eagles. Here he hits Dennis Harding, and the Eagles on the big comeback. Now down 4. They drive the length of the field, and with a minute left to go, Hartzell to Todd Pollock. He rambles into the end zone, 336 yards and 4 touchdowns on the day for Hartzell. And BC now goes up 41-38. Rutgers has one last chance. We're going to slow it down for you. They go the length of the field. They get to the 12-yard line, decide to go for the win and not the tie, but Ray Lucas is intercepted by Rob Clifford, and the Eagles pull it out 41-38. Well, some quick updates for you. Pittsburgh is at West Virginia, and starting the third quarter, the Mountaineers lead at 14-0. They've already blocked 2 Pittsburgh punts. And another final for you. Nebraska, the #1 ranked team in the nation, rolls on 37-0 over Oklahoma. Now turning to SU hoops, the basketball team is understandably ready to get their season underway after a so-so preseason at best. The Orangemen finally tip off the regular season tomorrow afternoon at the Dome. Now obviously John Wallace expected to have a big game and really a big season, but the key to the 95 team, besides the play of Lazar Sims at the point, may be the play of Todd Bergen at the 3, the sophomore getting his first chance to start for the Orangemen.
I'm not going out there trying to put up a certain amount of points or anything. I'm just trying to get out there and help my team win ball games. If it count, depends on me scoring some points, then that's what I have to do.
He probably will score a lot of points this season and tomorrow against Lafayette as well. So the Orangemen tip off their season, and the football team against Miami couldn't really ask for anything more.
So what's your bet? We heard Burton's bet.
I think I'm going to go with John. If they were at Syracuse, I would go with the Orangemen, but I'd say probably around 33-21 Miami.
Oh, we'll see tomorrow.
Sorry, Orangemen fans.
Especially you being an SU grad.
What can you say?
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Steve. Still ahead, feeling a little 3, 9, 4, and 8. And John Burton probably has the roughest job in town right now. Going down to Florida, I'll tell you, we feel for him. That's
tough job being a sportscaster in Miami. Sunny, 80 degrees, sure isn't Syracuse weather. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy to be here in Syracuse right now, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't acknowledge my utter jealousy of John Burton. You see, he's in sunny Florida, as we said, about 80 degrees, and here is his preview of tomorrow's big game.
Boy, it is a tough job to come down here to South Florida in the middle of November, but hey, somebody's got to do it. Anyway, about the game. A year ago, after beating Syracuse, going to win tomorrow, they'll need to prepare for a 60-minute dogfight. Can they? Yes. Will they? Well, I hope I'm wrong, but I still like Miami 33-20. With the Orangemen in Miami, John Burton, WTVH 5 Sports.
Now, a couple other Big East games today. Pittsburgh getting shut out by West Virginia, and in a shootout, BC over Rutgers, 41-38. Also, #1 ranked Nebraska wallops Oklahoma. They go on to the Fiesta Bowl, and they will play the winner of the Florida State game on Saturday. Now, the Orangemen basketball team opened their season tomorrow at the Dome against Lafayette, but Big East rival Georgetown is well into its regular season. Tonight, the 5th-ranked Hoya is facing #19 Arizona in the finals of the preseason NIT championship at Madison Square Garden. And early on, the Wildcats with some bad luck. Michael Dickerson, one of their big scorers, has to leave after hurting his ankle, but Arizona picks up the intensity. Miles Simon to Ben Davis for the stuff. Wildcats up 8 early, but who can stop Allen Iverson? Get used to this combo, Orange fans. Victor Page to Iverson. Man, can he get up. The game is now in the second half, not yet over. 67-63 is the latest update we have. That was with about 8:15 left to play in the second. To Springfield, Massachusetts, and the top-ranked Kentucky Wildcats against Maryland. Now, you see coaches well-dressed, but not like twins all the time. Rick Pitino and Gary Williams, two well-coached teams. Early in the first half, Keith Booth, the jumper, no. Johnny Rhodes, the follow, yes. Terps up 8. UK, so tough, though. Jeff Shepard to my buddy Mark Pope. Used to dunk on me in his backyard in Seattle, and now dunking on the Terrapins. Wildcats lead by 2 at the half. In the second, more jamming from Kentucky. This time, the alley-oop. It's Walter McCarty sending it in. Top-ranked UK pulls away at the end, 96-84. Checking other scores from the college ranks today, UConn and Iowa in overtime still tied. Louisville a win over American. Michigan beaten by Georgia Tech, upset there, and Virginia pulls it out over Tennessee Martin, not too much trouble. Now, turning to the pros, if you had to choose which team in the league has the best duo, you'd probably take either Utah or Chicago. The Jazz have 2 future Hall of Famers with John Stockton and Karl Malone. So do the Bulls with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. That's his name, right? Does he really need the chalk? Before every game, he dusts off his hands, but the great one. Early on, though, it was Scottie Pippen. The crossover, the left-handed stuff. Oh, the Bulls have the lead. And then it's Jordan posting, spinning baseline, over Hornacek, over Malone to air. Is not human? Hey, it is if you're Jordan. You say he's not back? I beg to differ. Maybe the chalk helped after all. 32 points for MJ, and the Bulls win it by 5, 90-85. Chicago 10-1, the best record in the NBA. Checking the scores, Miami losing big to Washington. Charlotte a winner. Also Detroit and Golden State winners. Minnesota losing by 1 to Orlando. Nick Anderson with 34 points there. Denver and Dallas still in OT. The Nets and Portland early in the second, as well as Seattle and San Antonio. Now, the Syracuse Crunch are still a few games over 500, 11-9-1, good for second place in the Central. And the key tonight against Portland, getting a few shots past former NHL veteran Ron Tugnut, who now roams the nets for the Pirates to the War Memorial. Now, that's a new kind of power play. Just a little bit wide to the left, the Crunch man enjoying the game early. In the second period, tied at 3, Lonnie Bohannes, the slap shot past Tugnut, Crunch lead 4-3. The Pirates come right back, though. Just 3 minutes later, the slap shot goes off Kay Whitmore's shoulder. Now it's loose in the front, and Martin Gendron puts it in. That tied it at 4. And as we crunch the numbers, you see that the Syracuse Crunch go on to actually win it, scoring 2 in the third for the 6-4 victory. Brian Loney, the game winner. The next game at Carolina on Sunday. To the majors, And the Sabres in a rough game against the Islanders. Ouch. A lot harder to play when you're sitting in the bench. Islanders jump on top early. The one-timer no go, but the putback by Todd Bertuzzi, I should say, puts New York up 1-0 past Dominik Hasek. Buffalo finally comes back to tie it in the third. The 2-on-1, yes, and that's the way it would end. 1-1 in a tie. Quickly checking the NHL scores. Detroit losing to Philadelphia 4-1. Chicago a winner in overtime over Anaheim. Tampa Bay doubles up Washington. And Hartford shuts out Toronto. So a big weekend for Syracuse sports fans. The Orangemen tipping off their basketball team, tipping off the regular season opener tomorrow against Lafayette. And Syracuse against Miami in the Orange Bowl.
And your bet on that SU-Miami game?
I tell you, I'd love to go with the Orangemen, but like we said, it's 6. Unless if they were at home, maybe. But since they're on the road at the Orange Bowl, I'm going to take the Hurricanes. Like John said, I hope I'm wrong.
Want to put a pizza on that?
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Hey,
all right.
Anyway, still ahead, the search for a missing California.